So a client of mine comes in telling me that she has just bought a coffee called Java Plus from a colleague of hers. And she said that this coffee is actually meant to help her burn fats. It's nutritionally enhanced, and there's even a scientific study to prove that. So I told her that I'm going to have a look, and we have a word about it tomorrow. So at home, I went on Google Scholar and I found the study. The study is called Thermogenic Effect from Nutritionally Enriched Coffee Consumption. The next day, I saw the client again, and I told her I did have a look at the study. It's definitely a valid study. Basically, 10 people volunteered to be in this study, and they all had the same kind of metabolic rate because they weren't allowed to drink any coffee on the day. They weren't allowed to do any exercise the day before. So they came in, and 5 of them were given a Java Plus, and the other 5 were given just a normal coffee. And what the study concluded was that out of 10 people, 7 responded to this coffee. So depending on if you're sensitive to these herbs and the combination of caffeine and the herbs, then there's a likelihood that your metabolism will actually be improved. Study was done twice, same kind of results. The people who were in the study also asked questions on as to how they feel and all that, and they had all kinds of tests done on them. So the conclusion is, even though it was a very small study, only 10 people, there's another little twist to it. The study was actually funded by Java Plus themselves. There we go. Someone has got to pay for studies. They're not free, are they? So it was actually paid. The study was paid by Java Plus. But it did have some interesting conclusions, and so I told her, by all means, coffee is something. If you drink coffee now, why don't you have a go? Try it out, see if it works for you. I wouldn't start selling it if I were you. Does sound like an MLM scheme. I'm not very fond of MLM schemes, to tell you the truth. So if it does work for you, maybe you want to look into that, but I believe that a good product should be able to sell itself at the right price. A lot of times, if you buy something which is a lot of pushy salesmen behind it and all that, maybe the product is inferior and the price is high. So I told her, if you believe in it, give it a go. The scientific research is there. Wasn't the biggest sample, 10 people, but 7 out of 10 had enhanced metabolism from the coffee. So there we go. So thank you for watching. I'm going to end this video here.